Hi kids, welcome back. Sorry I've been away a while. It's been a very busy summer. I was in a play at the local community theater and, busy with work and the kids, and it was a very hot summer. It's just too hot out here in the garage at night. It takes forever for it to cool down. It's just not enjoyable to be out here working at night. Today's Labor Day, so I think we're turning the corner. It's still going to be in the 80s for a while, but it's on its way to getting better. So I'm ready to get back out here and get some stuff done. Still got a few projects to take care of before we move on to this. This will be coming right up, though. This will be fun. We're going to talk about this in just a second. Of course, we talked about this last time, this little Zenith. I've been working on this just for fun. I just did a test section on the top here and sanded it down, and it's going to take quite a bit more, a little bit more sanding and a lot more polishing, but you can see the difference. This looked like this when I started, so there's hope for this thing. So we'll be getting to that too. This one, I'll probably be working on two things at once, like I do a lot. Of course, I got the big Zenith, the big RCA 19K that I'm doing for my brother-in-law. That will be getting back to now that I can get out here and work on it. But this will be a nice break from radios and record players. I found it in a junk store yesterday for $5, $4.95 as is, and it is a penny Gumball or penny candy machine from the 40s or 50s. Made by Oak Manufacturing. It says on top, Oak Manufacturing Company, Los Angeles, California. Patent pending. This plate up here sits on top of the glass, and then you put this on there, and then on the very top is where the lock goes. Goes in there on top. Good news was, because obviously the glass is missing, that's going to be the big expense. This thing is complete except for the glass, and I've been pricing the glass on eBay and online, and you can get them. They make a reproduction of it, but those are about $95, so I'm hoping to buy a good used one on eBay for less than half that. We'll see. Might cost me a bit more, but I'm hoping no more than $50. These sell on eBay for $150, $200 when they're done, so but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to have some fun with it. I think it'll be a fun, very simple project, and I'll prove that to you in just a second. While I have it here and it's not dismantled, here's what we'll do. I'm going to dump some Iconics in there because that's what I have handy. And then we'll talk about how this thing works. We'll put a penny in here. And I kind of have to hold it together. Well, that should be alright. Let's see. See? There we go. What did I end up with? 3. Let's try it again and see if we do it a little better. It's not put together tight, so I'm sure it's not working as well as it could. Not at all. Spitting candy everywhere. But it is working. You can see that. Okay? It's working. Let me get this. I didn't put so many in there, but anyway. Let me take it apart real quick, and I'll show you what's what with this thing. It's kind of interesting in its simplicity. We've all seen these. Some places still have them. Most places have a more modern version. These two threaded shafts hold it together, along with the center one. The center one's used to lock it, and these two shafts hold everything together once the glass is in place. Like I said, this metal plate goes at the top and then holds the glass in place. And like I said, I'll be able to replace the glass one way or the other without any trouble. But I just put these on here finger tight, but the problem is they're a little bent. Everything's a little bent, including the center shaft, and I think the reason for that is I don't think they knew it was a penny machine. I think they kind of got a little rough with it trying to get the money out of it, and all they got for their trouble was a handful of pennies. But they did bend these things. The good news is parts for these are cheap and readily available, including these. These are available. The center shaft is available. I can get, let me see here, anyway, that's, you take these off, so we would take the glass off, and then you have this gasket for the glass, and then there is this piece goes in there. It just has some springs in it. It's kind of interesting. It just has some springs, and that's just this goes in like that, and that's just to kind of keep the candy going in the right direction. And then under that is this distributor that goes around and around and around, and too much candy in there. Anyway, when you put a coin in and turn it, there's a gear there, and the gear spins this distributor around, and you can see, I put it in place, we'll put a coin in there, and let's see if we can, see there? So what happens is, it moves around and some of the candy or gum falls into one of these, and then there's candy or gum in these, and then those move around, and then, it hits the opening, and whatever candy and gum is in that section drops into the chute and comes out. Okay, so you got that, and then you can take the hopper off of there, and this is all going to need to be cleaned. These are reproduced. If I don't want to clean these up and get rid of the rust and everything, these are reproduced, and they're dirt cheap. So and actually they're painted red, the new ones, the reproduction ones. So I may do that. We'll see. I might just try to keep it original. But that's something to think about. Your pennies basically just drop in the bottom there. And this is capable of holding like 2,000 pennies or something, like $20 worth of pennies. And this is the fun part about this thing. The center shaft is threaded. I can get that out of there with some vice grips or something, because it is bent on the end. So I can either try to straighten that or just replace it. But anyway, your locking mechanism, your coin mechanism, just lifts straight out as one unit, and there it is. Stick a penny in there again, just for fun, and we'll watch it from the other side. Okay, and the penny just drops out back here. And I think if you really get rough with it, you can turn it without putting a coin in there. I just did. So we're going to have to work on it. It works much better with a coin in there, like it's supposed to. But we'll work on that. It's going to need to be cleaned and oiled and everything. But it's complete. It's a penny machine. If I want to upgrade it, I could change it to a nickel or a quarter or whatever. But what's the point? I think it's cool that it's a penny machine. Anyway, so you take that out. You take this out, which is just there to keep the money from falling in there. And then this just lifts out. Your little thank you with the acorn on it, very cute, very nice. It's got a wood grain look to it, and says thank you on it. And let me stop this real quick, and we'll see. Well, no, actually I'm not, because I don't want to try to edit these together. I'm just trying to do this real quick and just an introduction video, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway, so now we've taken it all apart. It's ready to prep and paint. That's it. You saw it. I just took it from operational to ready to prep and paint in, nothing flat. Just have these three pieces. We'll just clean these up. It's been repainted. I think it's been repainted once before. It sure looks like it. So we'll just find a nice red for it and start over. Make it look as nice as we can. Put it back together. Sorry, noisy. That's it. Ready to prep and paint right there. So, kind of an interesting thing here. It came with this flange on the bottom. It just bolts on there, and that way you can put it on a stand if you'd like. We've all seen these on stands. Or it has 4 places to mount feet if you want to put it on a counter. You can buy regular rubber feet, or you can buy little suction cup feet for it. So either way, These are very common machines. You can find them on eBay, you know, all the time. But people are getting $150, $200 for restored ones. People hot rod them. They put Coca-Cola paint jobs on them, or Harley Davidson paint jobs on them, or anything you can think of. Orange Crush. You know, I've seen all kinds of things, which is pretty cool. But we're going to keep this one red. I've seen other ones. They're kind of, some are like metallic blue with a silver top, and one of them was for the Hershey's version of M&M'S. You can see these on eBay if you look for them. Hershey's version of M&M'S, which were called Hersheyettes, and it's a nice metallic green color. But since this one appears to have been red from the get-go, this is just your, you know, basic machine. We'll keep it that way. You know, why mess with perfection? So anyway, it's all in good enough shape. We'll just clean it up, and you can see it just, you know, go right back together when I'm ready. Very simple, and you know, it's a little, you know, some of the chrome's pitted and everything, but you know, I don't mind that. We'll clean it up, and it'll show its age a little bit. Why not? There you go. You know, put it right back together, just that fast. Just drop the hopper in there. Here's an interesting thing I forgot to mention. The distributor is adjustable. You loosen up all three of these screws, and then this top section will spin, so you can make these holes smaller. So it depends on what you're vending or how much you want to vend. If you want to be generous and give a lot for a penny, you leave it wide open like it is right now. Or if you want to be stingy and give a little bit for a penny, you will loosen up the screws and close the openings down so that they're only, you know, half the size or so. And then, you know, instead of giving somebody, you know, 6 or 8 M&Ms, you're only going to give them 3 or 4. Anyway, just drop that back in there. Just drop that back in the front. You know, gasket goes back on there, and then you just, you know, like I said, you just put these back in the way we had them when we started, and there it is. So I just wanted to give you a preliminary look at this. The lock, I didn't have to drill the lock out because the glass was missing, and I was able to, and somebody had gotten rough with it. So I was able to get the lock out without having to drill it out, which was nice. A new lock and key. They're all over the internet. They're on eBay. They're everywhere. Brand new, perfect reproduction lock and key, less than $10. Some places, I think, less than $8. So, you know, that's no problem. I can get anything I want for this. So it's a really good project that way. It's just the only thing that's going to cost some money is replacing that glass. But that's why I got it so cheap. So, you know, by the time I buy the glass and put it on there, I'm still not going to be out very much money. It'll be fine. Like I said, these sell for $150, $200 on eBay, so I'm still going to be way ahead, even if I have to spend $50 for the glass. So, anyway, there it is. Just wanted to get that before the weather changes. Like I said, it's Labor Day, so we're going to have at least a month or two of good weather here. Painting weather. We'll be ready for that. So I'm going to get this ready to paint, and then I'll have to buy a glass for it, and then we can just clean it up and put it back together, and then we'll be ready to go. We'll figure out if I want to a stand for it is about $40. If I want to spend that kind of money, or if I want to just buy the feet for it and put it on the counter. We'll figure it out. But I like it. I'm going to keep it. It's just one of those cool little things. It was just there. It, you know, looked terrible. Only $5. And I thought, you know, that would be fun to have. I don't know, you know, we'll put it upstairs in the bonus room or someplace like that, and put a little dish of pennies next to it, and people can get themselves a snack. You know, why not? So there you have it. Just want to get that shown to you so you guys get an idea what I'm doing. Just nice to take a break from the record players and radios for once. So we'll be doing that. So I want to thank everyone, especially my subscribers. I've got over 100 now, which is nice, which is a big deal for me. I'm not a big-time YouTuber, so it was really fun and exciting when I broke 100. I know a lot of people have, you know, millions of subscribers, but I'm happy with what I have. I'm happy with what I do. I do it for fun and just to pass on some of the things that I've learned and some of the things that I figured out on my own. It's just enjoyable, and I hope you guys like it, and I thank you very much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and stay tuned, and we'll get going on this pretty quick, and also that Black Zenith, and whatever else we have around here. I got all kinds of stuff coming up, so stay tuned as we get to the end of 2018 and into 2019. You never know what I'm going to come up with, but it should be fun. I hope it'll be worth watching. I hope you like it. So anyway, there you have it. And as always, thanks for watching.